Good morning, viewers. My name is Ms. Amutana and welcome to our 5th program for Accounting Grade 8. Our topic for today is the balance sheet. Before we start the lesson, let us look at the lesson objectives, which are: describe the concept, financial statements and balance sheet. 2. Draw up a balance sheet for a trading business. Now that we know the lesson objectives, let's get started. Let us define what financial statements and balance sheet is. Well, financial statement is income statement and balance sheet that gives an overview of the results for a financial period and financial position at the end of the financial period respectively. While balance sheet is a statement which shows the financial position of a business on a specific date. A balance sheet consists of 2 sections, namely capital employed and employment of capital. Let us then define what capital employed is. This is the section of the balance sheet that shows the source of money in the business, while the employment of capital, this is a section of the balance sheet which shows how the business money was used. Let us look at the formula to calculate owner's equity, which is capital at net profit less drawings. In the case where a business have made a net loss, then the formula will be capital less net loss less drawings. Let us use the following information to calculate owner's equity. Capital 150,000 Namibian dollars, drawings 10,000 Namibian dollars, and net profit 5,000 Namibian dollars. We will take capital of 150,000 Namibian dollars, add net profit of 5,000 Namibian dollars, less drawings of 10,000 Namibian dollars, then the answer will be 145,000 Namibian dollars, which is then the owner's equity. In the balance sheet, we also calculate working capital. In short, working capital is the capital that the business has for the day-to-day running of the business. The formula to calculate working capital is current assets less current liabilities. Please take note that in grade 8, we do not deal with liabilities. Therefore, for current liabilities, the amount will always be 0. Let us look at the information given to calculate working capital. Stock 1,400 Namibian dollars, bank 40,000 Namibian dollars, cash 2,000 Namibian dollars, and petty cash 300 Namibian dollars. Now, to calculate working capital, we will take stock of 1,400 Namibian dollars, add bank of 14,000 Namibian dollars, add cash of 2,000 Namibian dollars, add petty cash of 300 Namibian dollars, and the total of the current assets will be 17,700 Namibian dollars, less current liabilities of 0, then the working capital will be 17,700 Namibian dollars. Let us look at the format of the balance sheet. The balance sheet consists of 3 columns, and you always start with the heading of the balance sheet. We then continue by writing capital employed, whereby we calculate owner's equity. We take capital and record the amount in the first column, add net profit and record the amount in the first column. If there is a net loss, we subtract the net loss from capital. The amount we get, we then recorded it in the second column. We then subtract drawings, where we record the amount of drawings in the third column. The answer we get is the owner's equity, which then becomes the capital employed amount. We move on to the employment of capital, whereby we start with fixed asset. we list all the fixed assets and record the amount in the second column. We then add up all the fixed assets amount and record the total amount in the third column in line of fixed asset. We then move on to working capital. We start by listing all the current assets and record the amount in the first column. The total of the current assets amount is then entered in the second column in line of current assets. And finally, we write less current liabilities. But since we do not deal with current liabilities in grade 8, we record a 0 to current liabilities. We then take the total amount of the current assets less current liabilities. The answer that we get is working capital. The working capital amount is recorded in the third column in line of working capital. The total amount of fixed asset is added together with the working capital amount, and that becomes the employment of capital amount. Let us recap on what we have learned today. We have looked at the definition of financial statement and balance sheet. We also look at the format of the balance sheet. Before I say goodbye, I would like to ask the following questions based on what we have learned today. A. Define the term balance sheet. B. Name the two sections of the balance sheet. And C. State the formula to calculate owner's equity. Thank you for watching and goodbye.